Welcome to the channel where all you gotta do is continue working on this Mustang. I gotta make some little brackets to attach these hood lifter upper doodles. So that goes like that, kinda. So I made a little bracket to attach to the hood. The way I did that was I just cut out a hunk of sheet metal and I squared it up on the mill, two of them, and then drilled a hole in it so the distance from the end to that hole is the same on both of these. And then I got a piece of this piece of scrap laying around. I kind of bent it to the right angle, and then I went over to my press brake, Harbor Freight 12-ton press, and I put a little bend on it like that. So it goes like right there. Right, we need that much bend. And this is only giving it, that much bend. So what you do is you stick it in there again, and this thing needs to be about 1/4 of an inch away. And then you do it again, and then it starts to bend 1/4 inch away, and then it melds into the same bend. And ends up like that. So anyway, you can get some pretty decent results with, junky, crappy $37. So, and then once this is all done, I'll, take a flap disc through this thing and make sure it fits and everything first, and then I'll dress it up and make it all pretty. I could have made it pretty first, but if I screw this up, which I'm like, I do, I can just grab another piece. So I just made a bunch of pieces that are the same, I curl over it, I stacked them together on the mill and made them the same width. So if I need another one, I'll just take it over to the bandsaw, cut another one this width, start over. Alright, so I whittled up some brackets and taped them on. Should be good, right? That tape's pretty strong. So yeah, I already showed you this guy. So I made that, and then that little guy, which turned out to be the wrong size. So I made another one, and now the height's pretty close, but I'll tune those in. I have it set up on the mill, so the distance from the surface of the hood to the center of the hole is correct. So anyway, that's kind of what it's going to look like. I think that should be fine. Just make the second one on there, and then we'll leave it on there with tape right now. But I gotta clearance this, right? Because the pivoty thing's gonna crash into that. So I gotta make it like rounded, like the size of this washer, kind of rounded. And then I gotta put a hole here, and I gotta make some structure going to that. And I got this guy taped on here. I closed the hood, went inside, blop-de-blop, and then I made just a piece of scrap metal laying around. I think I'm gonna have to make this out of 3/32, but I made it out of 16 gauge for now, just because it was laying around. So that's the balancing point right there. Go over and she kind of stays. But come on, no hands. Anyway, and then when we close it, I probably won't need a ladder in real life. Okay, I got this block in here, so let's see what's going on. This thing is just taped on right now, so be easy on me. But that looks like it's about probably an inch away from touching that. So if this wasn't here, you can see that closes and comes down right next to that guide. And then once it's sitting in there, then that thing rolls on back. This is gonna be slick. In my opinion, I could be wrong. I bolted this on at various locations, here and there, up and down, all over, to see which looks the best. But basically how this thing works, so see this little striker in there, that's made out of spring steel, and that like holds some tension on it, so you have to kind of crunch that a little bit. So I'm trying to get everything like lined up, proper angles, and so this thing's like Swiss cheese now, because I just move this over, move that over. And I have to see these little cleco holes here and here. So I've been like jiggling it this way, jiggling it that way, closing the hood, aligning it, keep doing that. So I think I'm reasonably confident I got it kind of in the right spot. Like I said in earlier videos, which probably nobody's watched all of them, first thing I got to do is get the hood aligned to the cowl, fenders aligned to the hood, and then I can get the doors aligned to the fenders, and then I can put the rear stuff on. So I don't want to do it the normal way where you just make it close and then give it to the body man. He spends 600 hours on it, because body man, you're looking at him. Not really a body man guy, but you know, I'm doing this for fun, so why would I just write a check to somebody to do it for me? And then I got to weld this panel to this, and I got to make new thingies here. And I saw some, I don't know if you watched my video, but anyway, he took that panel right there and he put it over there, but it's like not the right, it's overlapping. I mean, oh my god. I mean, it's better than putting a piece of 1/8 inch plate in there, like the shock tower delete panels you can buy. They're like made out of freaking tank armor. And keeping this car to below 3,000 pounds is not going to be, you know, slam dunk. So I got to do, anyway, I got to make panels for that. I'm going to put some bead rolls in there or something to make it, you know, stiff. Otherwise it's just going to be a big flippity floppity thing. But I'm not going to use one of them. I used one of them to make it symmetrical to this side because I had to, because the battery tray over here was going to interfere with my structure. That guy is going to interfere with, you know, this. Okay, so I'm documenting all the dimensions on this guy. So that's my blueprint from the Swiss cheese. Those are all the options I had. So anyway, I'm gonna whittle up this on the manual mill because my CNC is not working yet. Anyway. Alright, so I got both of those new plates that I made on both sides, and a little latch mechanism thingy, not really a latch, but you know, the slider located. And now I just gotta drill a hole in here. Alright, so I think I got this all scienced out. When it's all the way open, it's pretty much vertical here. And when it's closed, it's pretty much horizontal. And a few degrees. So I think that's gonna work. Thanks for watching. If you like this content and want more, subscribe, like, and share.